speed up.
It's probably safe to assume everyone knows what Iron Man is. The restriction of no trading in old school RuneScape really brings on a lot of unique challenges. If you were to ask an Iron Man why they like that game mode, they would tell you it's more fulfilling because they have to work harder for their goals. Ultimate Iron Man just takes that a step further, where before you couldn't trade, now you also can't use the bank. At first that may seem impossible, but I can assure you it's not. If I'm honest, there's definitely times that I'm asking myself the same question. The unique challenges that come with Ultimate Iron Man are viewed by many as very tedious. As you progress through the game mode though, the tedious things become much less so. And I can honestly say, I've never felt more fulfilled with old school RuneScape than on my Ultimate Iron Man. And I've played every game mode into the late game. This game mode tests your patience, endurance, sometimes even critical thinking. Everything's a puzzle, but the sweet moments are so much sweeter. Have you ever played another game where if you start holding too much stuff in your inventory or bag or whatever, your character just starts slogging around super slow or sometimes just can't even move? I personally love that mechanic in survival games and whatnot because it gives you this sense of like, you can't just pick up anything that you want. There's a consequence for everything that you carry. The space that you have to hold things is a resource that's limited. UIM is really the only thing I can even think of that even comes close to that concept in old school RuneScape. If you have a bank, it's just like an endless lottery of just go back to the bank, throw supplies at something until you get what you want. The extra step of needing to think about what you're carrying really makes the game mode fun for me. The final reason I want to mention is a pretty simple one. I've always been the kind of person that likes to do things differently than most people do them. I suppose you could call me something of a hipster for that. I mean, it is what it is. The fact is that most people are discouraged by the tediousness of UIM, and as such, the population of this game mode is much smaller than that of others. But that's not inherently a bad thing. In fact, it kind of draws the community of UIM even closer together. It's a common misconception that there's some kind of mental illness associated with UIM. While that may be true in some cases, the UIMs I've interacted with in the community are some of the most kind and thoughtful people I've ever met. I guess we have to have some kind of redeeming quality. With the Bofa and Rigor in hand, the Godwars dungeon grind begins. Every drop at Bandos will benefit me in one way or another, whether it's an upgrade or filling out a stash unit. At Sarah on the other hand, I really want the God Sword, and I'll probably need a lot of shards.